Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Put a Ring on It Season 2, Episode 3. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So, the couples, they meet up with Dr. Nicole, and she lets them know that not only will they be going on a date at the same time, but at the same restaurant. Now, y'all know last episode, Shon was having all kind of breakdowns about Loranda being out on a date with another man. So now he actually has to physically see her on a date with another man. I said, this man gonna mess around and dog gonna pass out. He not gonna know what to do with himself. But the task is to focus on your date and not what your partner is doing on their date. And I was like, this is gonna be a difficult task because I don't care, even though you trying to have fun and that's the whole goal, you're not gonna be able to focus on your date when you see your boyfriend or your girlfriend over there with somebody else and they could be potentially having fun. And that's what happened a lot throughout this episode. Not being able to focus on what you're supposed to be doing because you too busy seeing what they doing, why they having such a good time, why is my name being brought up, or why is he or she touching my boo's hand. All that was going on this episode. Now, just the second day, his name is Clarence. He's 33. He's a bodybuilder. He's looking for a woman who is energetic and charismatic. Now, I don't know if she had on a cat suit or was it just a really tight shirt and a really tight pair of black pants, but it looked like she was wearing a cat suit. So if she wasn't wearing a cat suit, I was like I was like, why is she wearing a cat suit out on her date? But I was like, maybe that's not a cat suit. But anyways, I don't know, but it to me it feels like just because she is going on these dates is a way to make Eric jealous. Not so much as to go along with what they're supposed to be doing is I want to make him jealous so is that like he can finally put a ring on his finger and we can go ahead and walk down this aisle. I don't care what I have to do. Making him jealous is priority one so that I can get this ring. LaRonda's date, his name is Sir James. Shine right off the bat. That sounds like a priest name. She's like, what's wrong with having a name like a priest? Like, he's already hating, trying to put like negativity on the date, negativity towards the date before the dude even comes to the house. But Sir James, he's 38, looking for a strong, independent woman who knows what she wants and knows how to laugh. To me, it was like Sean was trying to mark his territory, show his dominance. He's like, "This is my queen, my baby, the love of my life, LaRonda." And he's like, "Okay." He said, "What makes you want to do this with this experiment? You know that's my baby." He kept on reiterating, "Y'all may be going on a date, be going through this experiment, but let it be known that this is the love of my life. This is my queen. You can't have her in any shape, way, shape, and or form. She is with me. She will always be with me. Yes, y'all are going on this date, but this is my girlfriend. Repeat after me. This is my girlfriend." That's what the vibe I was getting off of Shine. I'm like, okay, he get it. He know the rules. Where am I at? Now, Sean's date, her name is Brittany, and she's a professional singer. She's loving, caring, and funny, and she's saying the right man just hasn't found her yet. Now, on her date, Sean tells Brittany he's looking for someone who understands the entertainment lifestyle because LaRonda, she has a corporate job, even though she supports him, not so much as financially, but like I support you in your career. She doesn't understand what it's like to, be an entertainment in that type of lifestyle. And he's kind of connected with Brittany on that, but they're talking, having a good time. But his whole energy shifts once he sees LaRonda off to the side laughing and seeming to having a good time, and he just can't get his focus straight. His mind is so focused on what they're doing, he's about to just lose his mind. Her name was her name. Well, his name was Sir Charles. Yeah, Sir Charles. I didn't put down the wrong name, so I'm glad I caught that. And then LaRonda and Sir Charles, as they're leaving, he notices that Sir Charles has put his hand on the small of LaRonda's back. So now he's really about to doggone pass out, explode, or run over there to start fighting. He's got all these doggone inner struggles going on. So much it's like he is trying his best to focus on Brittany, but his mind is over here like her lips is just moving and she's just a person with moving lips, not even caring what she's saying or hearing what she's saying. His focus is on, oh my goodness, this man is touching the love of my life, my queen, my baby. That's where his mind is going. I was like, I don't know how he's going to last in these experiments because he is every time she goes out on a date with somebody, he is about to lose it. And in turn, LaRonda, not wanting him to lose it, is not really participating fully in the experiment. Now, Darian is excited about his date with Kai, but nervous how Alexia is going to feel. Darian tells Kai that Alexia will be on a date at the restaurant as well. It's not a double date. It's like we just going to be at the same restaurant. Like, even though she's, this is what Shy says, even though she signed up for this experiment, she doesn't want to feel like she's the sad kid, the side chick. She doesn't want to play number two. What is it? It never has and never will. Like, if you're going to be with her, you're going to be with her. If you're going to be with me, you're going to be with me. And I couldn't understand how you would feel like the other person, and you know this person you're out on a date with has a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you sitting there out on a date with them. That will feel very, very awkward. Jessica's date is Clarence, and she just said she wants transparency, someone who's honest, someone who can talk things through without exploding. Clarence, he said he's not one for arguing either. Like, if you want to argue, you can argue with yourself. And, like, I'm trying to get better at that. It's just that when I'm trying to get my point across, I tend to I don't want to say I'm yelling, but I get louder because one, I'm angry because whatever we're arguing about, I know 100% that I am right on something, and you're trying to tell me that I'm right. It's not one of those I could be wrong. It's no, it's 100% I know that I'm right, and then you're trying to tell me that I'm wrong. And this is when I get angry, and this is when my voice get elevated, and then I'll go in 5, 10 minutes later once the other person realized that, dang, I was wrong, you was right all along. I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell you, I said you calmly a few times. And then when I get the elevating my voice and then I'm explaining to you, okay, so A, B, C, and D, what happened this, there, then that. And they're like, oh, snap, you right. I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. So I mean, I'm trying to get better, but like, I'm not for arguing. I mean, I don't even say I argue a lot. It's just that I'm passionate about what I'm saying because I know I'm true. Now, I'm not always true, but when I know I'm 100% true, I get to elevate in my voice because I'm mad because you making me seem like I'm lying about something. Eric's date is Tanisha. She's looking for someone who's funny, who can challenge her mind, very independent and charismatic. Jessica, she's out on her date with Clarence, and for some reason, she is caught off guard when Eric walks in. Now, Dr. Nicole done told them y'all are going to be on dates at the same restaurant at the same time. But I guess actually seeing him physically here kind of threw her off. Now, y'all know they had trust issues in the past. So it's kind of hard for her to focus on her date when she's seeing Eric over there with another woman. Eric and Tanisha are all the same. Wait, hold on. Okay, they're on the same page. Y'all, I need to really get better at when I'm doing my voice notes to go back and correct. They're on the same page. They what I say what I want when I want, and I'm not gonna take it back kind of situation. That's where they're at. Oh, okay. Alexia's date is Desi. Now, even though Darian was excited about his date in with Kai, his whole vibe, his whole energy just switched when Alexia walked in. He couldn't get his words out. He was just completely like out of whack. And I was like, and I know he was probably feeling some type of way, like I was so excited about this date, and now this date is somehow kind of sort of being ruined with the presence of Alexia. But I guess that was the point of the date, of them all being in the same restaurant. It's like it's one thing to know that your spouse is on a date with somebody else, but it's completely different when you see them there with somebody else. But Alexa, she's having a problem too because instead of focus on Desi and what he's talking about, she's too busy talking about somebody. Yeah, that's my boyfriend over there. He out on a date with somebody else. She's so focused about her name being brought up in their conversation that she's not even listening to Desi. So at one point, Darian and Kai, they leave the restaurant, and Alexia, she just completely loses it when Kai, you know, tries to grab Darian's hand. Hold on. But he's like, see, I'm not holding her hand because she's like, no holding hands. He's like, I ain't holding her hand. She's trying to hold mine. But Dr. Nicole told them you can't set up rules of what's going on with your spouses. Date. Whatever they do on their date, that's what they're gonna do. What you do on your date, that's what you gonna do. Y'all can't tell it each other you can do this and you can't do that. Now, over at Eric come home saying he had the best conversation he had in a long time. He wasn't even focused on the fact that Jessica was there at the restaurant. It was like him and Tanisha connected so much that they was like in their own little bubble. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Jessica is not trying to hear how you had a wonderful conversation with another woman and how you didn't even care or notice that she was in the restaurant. I was like, I don't know how that's gonna work out for them. Where am I at? Okay. The couples meet up with Dr. Nicole. Off the bat, Shon doesn't think that LaRonda's date was her type. This dude, he all muscular, that's not her type. Then he brings up Sir Charles putting his hand on the small of LaRonda's back. She's like, that may or may not have happened. I didn't feel it. But I was walking in front of him and I just didn't feel that. He's in a way trying to put it out there and I guess subliminally like, hey, you don't need to be going out on a date with this dude at all. It's almost like he wants her to go through the experiment, but seeing her and knowing that she's out on a date with somebody else, them veins in his forehead, like in his region, they get to popping and everything. I was like, I don't know how he's gonna handle this. How is his health going? Is his health I'm worried about his health. Can't get my words out for whatever reason. Alexis, she over there, she painted this picture that she had a wonderful time out on her date with Desi, and I was like, and she didn't care that Darian was over there. I was like, what we saw was something totally different. You was focusing on them. You was focused on your name being brought up over there. But she says she felt disrespected because Kai was over trying to hold Darian's hand and laughing and all that stuff like she was laughing at her like ha 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 I'm holding your man's hand and this that and the third and he was like she grabbed my hand, it wasn't nothing like that. Jessica said she had a great time with Clarence. It was wonderful. He it wasn't about all the physical looks. He was a gentleman. He was well mannered. Eric said his date was amazing. Tanisha helped him keep his focus off of Jessica. And the date that she was having, they didn't talk about the basic things. They talked about being better and talking about growth. And Tanisha wasn't somebody he would typically go out with, but she had such a communication with her because them talking, it wasn't about her look. It was about the vibe that they was having. I was like, yeah, people need to understand looks are not everything. If you can't have a good conversation with somebody and y'all just vibing, you looks ain't everything. Darian wants a third date with Kai because he felt the second date wasn't fair. Alexis said that she and Darian could be friends, but she want to date somebody else. Eric wants a second date with Tanisha, and Jessica wants a second date with Clarence. Lorana doesn't know what to do, and if she picks a second date with Sir Charles, how's this going to affect Shon? See, again, LaRonda is basing all of her decisions about her dates on how Shon is going to feel. And she can't continuously go through this experiment like this, basing her decisions on how Shon is going to feel, because it seems like he's not caring. He's going on his date and having him a good old time. But she's so focused on, is this man going to die, going to bust one of the veins in his forehead? Is he going to pass out? How's he going to feel? And I don't think that's really fair. And I was like, I don't know how his health is going to last. So, y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on my beautiful face. Puts up a video. You can click on it. You can like it. You can share it with your people. And you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.